Well, this is, I'm going to edit it out. No, I probably won't. I'd probably leave it uncut. So who are you?
Quality Embroidery, Lexington, North Carolina.
And you were among the very first that got one of the NGLs, right?
That's right.
You provide a lot of input and feedback. How long have you had the first one?
6 months.
Yeah, about 6 months.
And what did you just do today? You got a second one?
We got the second one. Business is great with it.
But why are you so insane as to get a second one if you were the first?
A lot of improvements in the software that we were looking for. Also, we've got some fairly big customers that have come on board. Straight contract work, and got to grow with that. And I couldn't afford, number one, to have a machine down at any time. And number two, the volume's getting there where I'm going to need it.
Why would anybody need a laser in embroidery? I mean, embroidery's been making a living for 40 years a certain way.
And that was the whole point behind what we did, is I'm heavily involved in embroidery in the golf market for Cutter and Buck and Polo and those sorts of folks. So I have a lot of spring business. Fall business, not so much. So I was looking for something to get into that college market, high school market, that whole applique, Abercrombie look. That's where I was looking and found you guys. So
You compared to other lasers too. Why'd you pick this one if it was really new the first time?
I mean, I called around, I looked at the bridge, and I really felt like the minus part of the bridge is that I'm waiting to cut all the other heads are down. And I was intrigued with the idea that I could pull my hoops off, set them over there to be cut, and I'm running my next run. And some of mine, were 20,000 stitches. So to have those heads sitting there, it's a big waste of time. And that's what really threw me on to that.
How many NGL lasers can you get for one bridge?
A couple.
Yeah.
More than a couple, huh?
Well, and I'm running, for instance, right now, I'm doing applique work on 5 or 6 machines. So I got 5 or 6 8-head machines. I couldn't buy a bridge long enough to cover everything. That'd be real expensive. So this way, I'm able to be real flexible and run 2 machines, use them in it. If I need 3, I just throw another machine on. I don't have to build a bridge across it. I just throw another machine on applique.
Not that I have to fix and improve everything instantly, what everybody tells me, but what's your experience with us trying to accommodate suggestions that you have?
Your software's been real fast.
You guys provide a lot of great input for me because of the way you do business. Is that impressive when it comes to make changes for you? Does that give you comfort?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if we're growing.
How many heads do you have now in total?
We've got about 120 heads right now. We're running today about 48 of them using
Under the laser.
And what do you tell somebody who's not even close to you? What do you tell a guy who has a 6-head and a 2-head and his business is struggling? Is a laser valuable for somebody like that?
It opens up a new market. I mean, and you got to set yourself. Every mom and pop shop in the country is doing embroidery and screen print. We've run into several instances when somebody says, yeah, well, I can take it down to my local guy. And I give them, show them a sample and say, take it to your local guy. And they do, and the local guy said, nah.
You could name drop an applique on the back of a shirt better than a screen printer could name drop. Because he has to do his film and his screens. With this, you just put a file out there and you can cut a name out.
What about the etching? How valuable is that to you?
We hope to be huge. We've done some on the polar fleece, but we started doing some on cotton.
What about micro dry, sports wicking, all that stuff?
Going shown it. Everybody likes it. Nobody's really bought into it yet, but it's coming.
It's also fall, right? The end of summer, season's over pretty much here, right? Yeah. I'm going to let you go. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Tell me, Nick, about production. How do you run this? Just any hints you can tell anybody?
What we have done on production is, if you let the work stack up and once you've dialed it in, is to have your person understand that cleaning it comes last. And because you can cut enough to catch up all the machines and then trim or do a design like we have now, about 100, 120 an hour.
On cutting?
Yeah.
Not etching?
Etching, no. Cutting, 120 an hour. Etching, it depends on the size. If I can keep it in that 12 inches, you can etch probably 60 an hour. Depends on how big it is.
I don't want to show any logos, but you want to show me or point to any piles quickly of stuff that has to be cut, just so people believe that there's stuff to be done?
All those boxes behind.
What's on the floor there? Okay, and there's the other laser over there. And what day is it today? Why is it so quiet here?
Sunday. Sunday evening.
Okay.
You're dedicated.
And who are you again? How do I get a hold of you?
Quality Embroidery. www.qereb.com.
And what do you do for other people if they want testing, contract, anything?
Contract. Our specialty is golf and applique, so we can help you with either one.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.